Well, hello there, health coaches. Today, I am so excited to share with you an opportunity for us to meet up in person. Yes, in the flesh, which is so rare in the health coach world. I'm talking about you and me getting to meet, but also you all getting to meet each other. So last year, we actually did this in San Diego. It was such a blast. It was like nourishment, right? To be in each other's presence, get to hug each other. I got to see and hug health coaches that I've known for maybe 10 years online. So to finally be face to face and have a conversation, it was so lovely. Is this something that you would like to experience too? I thought it was so fantastic. So this year, I'm putting together kind of a similar event. This time, we're going to be in New York City because, well, first of all, I live in New York, and also because I'm pretty sure that New York has the highest concentration of health coaches in any part of the world. The whole New York, New Jersey, Connecticut area. Tell me if that's where you from. Ellen is here. Ellen, I know you're in New Jersey, right? And I'm right up here in New York. So it is about time that we got together. So I'm going to tell you more about that in just a moment. But if you already know that you will be available on May 18th, 2024, and you'll be in New York City or you're able to travel there, go to healthcoachpower.com/New York and just put your name on the interest list. There's not going to be any kind of cost involved for this. There's no obligation. We're just needing to get a sense of how many coaches would show up. So again, that's healthcoachpower.com/New York. Linda says she's in the Northern Virginia area. Oh, Linda, so easy to get to New York from there. I used to do it all the time when I lived in Alexandria. Now, there are two reasons why New York is the perfect place for us to gather. So, well, aside from the fact that I live about an hour away, and I don't know why we haven't done this sooner, but I started my whole health coach journey in New York City, as did all health coaches from the Institute for Integrative Nutrition back in the day. It was just after I graduated in 2009 that they actually started to move to an online program. But for my class, we were still in person. I think there was one more class after us that met in New York City, live at Lincoln Center, one weekend a month for like a year. And I didn't even live in New York back then, but I would hop on a bus in Boston and come on down on like the Bolt bus or whatever it was, stay overnight in the city for the weekend. And people came from all over the country, from all over the world. I remember we had one student in our class who was from Japan. I'm not saying she was Japanese. I'm saying she was from Japan. Like she literally traveled from Japan to attend classes at IIN. Yeah, right? Can you remember the world before everything was online? That's what was going on. And since we were all there in person, as you can imagine, we became friends, of course. Like we'd go out to lunch together and then we'd meet for dinner and we would share hotel rooms and even visit each other outside of class weekends. I made so many friends that I'm still friends with to this day. And it really, truly, it felt like a community, which is what I've strived very hard to replicate online. Within our Health Coach Power community, we've got our Facebook group where we record this podcast live every week and all the live meetings, of course, that I do with my Healthy Profit University members. But let's face it, like that is squat compared to the actual like warmth of meeting in person and actually spending time together. So when I was a student at IIN, I don't know if you all are familiar with Joshua Rosenthal. He is the founder of the school. And back then, he was always on stage. He was a huge part of the curriculum, and he would walk around the audience and he would call on people and pass the microphone. It was very interactive. He'd have us break into partners or small groups and, again, getting to know each other, meeting new people all the time. He was just magnificent as a teacher and as a host of such a large group. I mean, you guys, we filled Lincoln Center. And once I even got to go on a special trip to Kripalu. I don't know if you've ever been to Kripalu. It is a yoga retreat center in the Berkshires in Massachusetts. And I got to go with just a small group, some other IIN grads and Joshua. He used to live over there. I don't know if he still does. But anyway, it was just a small group. And we went out for sushi and I made friends during that weekend that, again, I still have to this day. It was so special. We used to have a lot of these in-person opportunities. Like the more I was thinking about it, I was like, oh, yeah. Then there was that time that IIN had a conference in New York, again, an in-person conference. I got to go backstage. I still have a photo from that weekend. It's when I met my friend Andrea Beeman. Gabby Bernstein was there, met her, got to sit with my friend Dylan, who we had met each other traveling on that Bolt bus back and forth to Boston. And then they had another conference one time in Miami. So we all flew down to Miami and we had such a great time there. So again, it's like this blast from the past to think about seeing health coaches in person again. And so one thing I noticed was that Joshua was always setting up these after parties, the different conferences and things. He really liked getting everyone together socially, even outside of the formal conference itself. So all these years later, has anyone seen Joshua recently announced that he's holding a conference in New York City? It's called Heal the Healer. It's not associated with IIN. So health coaches from any school are welcome. That's why I'm telling you all about it, as are other types of healers and practitioners. And it's going to be held in Midtown Manhattan on May 18th and 19th, 2024. Now, listen, I'm not in any way involved with the conference. I'm just sharing about it because I hear you guys asking, like, do we have conference? Somebody literally asked that recently in our Facebook group. How can I find out about conferences for health coaches? And I was like, I don't know, just stick around here and I'll let you know when I hear about something. I'm kind of plugged in, and there aren't that many. So I really wanted to share this and invite you all. I grabbed a ticket right away because just thinking about being back in New York City and getting together made me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. And then I figured, let's do an after party, right? Like at least a happy hour. So here's the deal. Whether you are going to be attending the conference or not, I'd like to invite all health coaches in my community to a happy hour on Saturday, May 18th. The conference goes until 5 o'clock that day. So we'll probably start happy hour around 5:30. And I'm working on a location, but it will be near the conference somewhere in Midtown Manhattan. So that's the plan. You can tell me in the chat if you already know you're in. Ellen, I know you are so in. Linda, I'm not sure about you. Who else is coming? I know you might need to make some plans or rearrange your schedule, but that's why I'm trying to give you as much notice as possible. This is all brand new stuff. To make it happen, I need you guys. Like, I need to know you're interested so that we can get a rough head count. And that's how we'll be able to secure a location. So, let me know if you have any questions. For details about what we're planning and for more information about the conference itself, I want you to go to healthcoachpower.com/New York. And if we get enough interest, maybe this will become a yearly event. In fact, I heard back from those of you in the Midwest. I heard back from some of you up in New England and in Florida saying, oh, I live too far away. And I said, hey, maybe next year we'll do it wherever you are. So if we have enough interest, this is something that could become a regular thing. I don't know. Let's try it. Linda says she's going to look into seeing if she can make it, looking into accommodations or taking the bus back to DC. Exactly. If you're in DC, Boston, it's going to be so easy for you to pop down to New York City. Like I told you, I used to do it once a month on the regular just to go to school. Anyway, I'm so looking forward to meeting those of you who are able to make it. I am definitely interested in doing more of these in the future. So bring it on. Show me the interest, supply and demand, right? If there's enough demand for it, we will make it happen. We'll make it happen on a continuous basis. If you have any questions, again, hit me up in our Facebook group. You can also email support@healthcoachpower.com. Again, I am not involved with the conference per se, so I'm not going to be able to give you details about that, but we can point you in the right direction. And if you want to meet up with us on May 18th, I look forward to seeing you there. Take good care, everybody. This was a fun little extra bonus episode. I'll be back next week with more hard-hitting business stuff. Today is all about getting social. So happy about it, and I'll see you soon. Take care.